And we are live. We are live. What's up? What's up? I can quit that. What's up, John and Tom, the Viking, and I think you're the only two here. So, yeah. Yeah. So I got this running last night. Sort of. Not 100%. It does have a major issue, which I sort of fixed. It's got a couple of major issues. The actual board's wrong. And the little pinnies that go into the board, these pins on the stepper, on the bottom one, the X-axis, the actual sockets are not lined up. They're too wide. Luckily I had the extra stepper because this one I bent the crap out of, and I think I actually fixed it. When you push it in, if I lined up the red ones, the black ones would go next to it. It wouldn't go into the socket, and obviously the black ones, if I did it, would do the same thing. Neither one of them would go in all the way properly. So I actually took the stepper, the other one, because I bent this one, ended up bending in because it would hit and bend the pins in. I straightened it out sort of, but I took the other stepper, snipped the thing, and bent the pins out a little bit, pushed it in, and it seems to work because as it pushes it in, it seems to pull the sockets in. The motor's moving, but I'm not real happy about it. It's noticeable too. I should take a picture of it and send it to them and say, hey, I want another board, because it's not. The stepper, I don't think, sitting all the way in either. It's not seating 100%. It's in and it's holding, and everything seems to be working. That's about it. I got to do something with the Z. I think I just got to turn the stepper motor. I haven't adjusted the pots on it yet. How about a printer that also makes coffee? That would be frickin' smashing. I'm all with you on that one, Jimmy. How are you this morning? So, yeah. And the Z's not running too good, but I haven't adjusted any of the voltage regulator, pot, whatever, wattage, the little things here. And I do have it in SPI. So we'll have to see. Really kind of not in the mood to dick with it right now. I was up until about 2 o'clock in the morning screwing with it, trying to get the stepper into the X-axis. So, yeah, there's a bright light coming through the window, and it's going to stay that way. Even though it's somewhat cloudy out, I like the sunshine. So you guys are going to have to deal with the blown out window. Because I just don't care. I like natural light over artificial light by and far. So when I go to move the Z, and I haven't plugged in a Pi or anything yet, which is my next step, I guess. The other thing is I forgot to put a hole for the USB so I can plug a USB frickin' thing into it. So I got to find my other, and actually I don't think I have one. I think I gave it away. So I'm going to have to steal it off of that printer. I have a 90-degree angle USB plug that'll work. Well, were you guys up all night streaming with someone? I didn't even look and see who was streaming. I was playing with that stupid printer most of the night. It was about 1, 2 o'clock. I finally just gave up on it. Got it all running, the screen's up. Everything's running, fans run. All the motors seem to work. X is not homing. I don't know why. I can move, but it won't home. So I have to get a Pi or something plugged into it and go from there. Which I'm really not in the mood to do, but I may do it anyways. just to see if I can get it to home. I should adjust the pot levels first. The little screw on the steppers. I don't know. Kind of tired. I may have to put the little springy frickin'. I hate the spring connectors to the Z motors, but what's up, Sergio? Other than that, I don't know. I should run this thing. So I got a little bit of money last night for StreamYards. Ticker show. So yeah, I as you can see, I actually paid for StreamYards, but I'm gonna leave their little logo up there for now. I guess I don't know. Anyone want to jump in here? Invite. Copy. Paste. If anyone wants to pop in and just yicky yak. The little live counter goes over my little banner name. That's their little stock one anyways. It's just kind of funny because it separates a... Yeah, no. We don't want you on the stream then. There, John. I am powered by coffee. I've only had one cup and I haven't even finished that yet. It's been a long been a long day already. Anyway, that is life in the fast lane. So I get up at 3 and so my club is on. Not 3 o'clock. Anyway, ordered a citron yesterday. What is it? Oh, is that an Anycubic? Are you talking a car from the 80s? Is that Citron or Chiron or something like that? Volkswagen or Toyota made a Citron. Can't remember. Yeah. So it's running, sort of. I have to redo this to get it so the SD card actually lines up because I didn't knock out enough. It doesn't go in there. It's got to be another, I don't know, 5 or 10 millimeters lower in the slot, which really isn't a big deal. It should make it even more so you can get your fingers on it and get the card in and out, which I should probably do now. I was kind of hoping I could get this thing up and running enough where it would actually print. And I could start printing its own adjustment parts, if that makes sense. Everything, the heater heats up, the bed heats up, the bed moves. X will move, but I can't get it to home. It just says no. But it's doing the home all, and then it just freaks out because the Z is all screwed up in binding for some reason. I don't understand why it's losing. Oh, it's really rough sounding. I wonder if this motor's blown. That's really loud. And it's this motor, like really loud. Just hand turning it, it's like grindy, really loud. Could just be a bad motor. It is an A-net motor. It is the original A-net motor, which I should have another one of. Where is it? Because I have the old extruder motor somewhere, which is the same motor. So I could just swap out the motor. It should be right here. I thought of that. That's not it. That's my big ass motor. This is the motors I used on the it's bigger, thicker, more powerful than a locomotive. This is the ones for the Core XY. Because it's all big and crap. I got some more somewhere. I know I do. I don't know what the hell I do with it, but I got it. Whatever. Just not in the mood today. Let me see. Goose gets 3D printed bill. That's kind of old, ain't it? Oh, that was an eagle or a hawk or something got a bill. We played music. Giant bed slinger. Why would you want a bed slinger? I think right now, if I were to get another printer, that stupid Ender 5 would be my choice. Yes, it's 6 a.m. Where the hell are you? You must be out on the West Coast then. If you're 3 hours behind me. You be out in California area. Till 1. That's early. Late. Whatever. So, yeah. It's sort of running. And I'm going to probably work on it some more later. Physical address needs to mail to P.O. Box. Okay. I said Scott Winsworth there, or Winsworth, whatever his name is, stickers, and they got bounced. Just got a notice today they were bounced. So I'll readdress them and send them out again. It's only a stamp. Oh, well, if you get it cheap enough. I mean, it's just like this thing. I'm working on this just because it's there. Although I think I've spent more money fixing it than it would have costed me to just buy a new one. But that's half the fun for me is rebuilding them. I like building them. I don't like this part. I don't like fine-tuning them. The figuring it all out. I like the mechanics of it and, seeing to get everything to move and wind up and, move parts around and see how they react. But I'm not a big fan of the electronic-y end of tweaking it, making all the electronics absolutely work and the wiring. And I don't even mind running the wires. I don't like having to make the connectors, which I have a feeling it might be the other reason this is not working is because I got one of the connectors screwed up. Because I made them all, because I cut everything to fit. And it's just a pain in my butt. And I should adjust the pots now. But I'm just not in the mood to do anything right now. Just really not in the mood. I need to hook a pie up to it, I guess, now. And I gotta get that in there. And hook that up there. Put this back on there. Gotta find a better way to do this. Don't really like that. Anyway, going into the mid 60s today in CT. No. Maybe we might hit 60 today inland. Here on the shore, we won't. I'll be lucky if it hits 45. Although it's 44 now, so maybe it will. And it's still early, but it's windy and cold out, and kind of cloudy and miserable, and sprinkles here and there. It's springtime though. Happy springtime! Yay! We like the spring. Spring has sprung. Hey, YouTube just said I was live. Freaking idiots. Friggin' idiots. So, yeah. What are you guys up to? Anybody printing anything fun and exciting? Empty trash. I'm just kind of goofing off. I'm probably only going to do this for a half an hour because, to be quite honest, I think I'm going to lay down and take a nap. I really kind of want to get a hammock and nap outside, get a big old heavy blanket, and go outside and get fresh air. I mean, it's chilly out, but I like sleeping in chilly. I like big, fat, frickin' blanket and chilly air and just nap. Yeah, Channel 3 is. I don't know. It is getting sunny again, so it might. I haven't watched the news. It was kind of sprinkly, misty, crappy out this morning. It is clearing up. I know it's supposed to be really warm today, but they originally said it was going to be like 70 today, and now they're saying it's not going to be quite that warm. That I do know. Cut more trees. I got to cut some trees. I got the tree guy coming because they're all around the power lines, and I've cut everything else, but I won't cut the ones around the power line. So, dude, I went to high school who's a tree guy now is going to come do it, and he's giving me kind of a discount because I'm leaving it open to him. He figures it'll be a half a day to cut the 3 or 4 down, and he knows he's just got to drop them. I'll clean them up. But you just need him to come with the bucket and strip all the crap above the power lines and drop it on the ground. Then I'll cut it up. I'm going to have him chip it for me, too. But he gives me kind of a deal because, for one, he went to school. Well, he went to school with my brothers, but I know him, too. And he lives right down the road, and I'm leaving it as it's not an emergency. I want it done before they leaf up, but one of those, he's got a half a day to fill in with the guys and nothing to do, so they'll just come here instead of packing up and going home kind of thing. Or I think he's planning on doing it next Friday because I don't think he's got anything scheduled for next Friday, and that's one of them. He could do a quick half a day with the guys. Even though the governor shut everything down today, I think he'll still be working. He don't care about the freaking coronavirus crap. It's just him and his 2 guys. And they aren't in contact with anybody else. They're just cutting down trees. Yeah, you can take that 85. 85 is too hot. I actually don't mind our weather right now. Pretty much this whole winter, we've had a wicked warm winter here, to be honest with you. It's been in the mid-40s. I like the 40s and 50s if it's not windy. I'm happy in 50-degree weather. I'm ecstatic. I'll go outside and work all damn day in 50-degree weather if it's not windy. And sweat and be hot and happy and wear a t-shirt and shorts in 50s, as long as you're working. If you're just sitting there, you're going to need more clothes. But if you're working, build up heat and blah, blah, blah. But the wind's blowing right now. It was whipping last night, which is why he's cut down them trees. Because I had a branch come down on the power lines, I don't know, a couple days ago. And didn't take them out, but not that you could tell, but the power lines are mounted to the house right there, like literally right where my finger is. So when a branch hits the power lines, it's like really loud in this room. You hear it. It's like a massive twang. It sounds like the house is going to fall down. What's up, Mr. Budrum? So, yeah, I've had a couple branches fall on them in the last month. And I'm like, you know what? One of these days, it's going to be one of the bigger branches. It's going to rip the lines right off the house. Just freaking cut the trees down. Get them out of the way. They shouldn't be that close to the power lines. Anything within 20 feet of the power lines, I want gone. There's one big tree that my brothers even would have a hissy fit if I cut that one down, so I'm going to just have them trim it back so it's not anywhere near the power lines. It's on the other side of the driveway, so it's easily 20 feet away. It's just freaking huge. Overhangs everything. Pretty much overhangs the whole yard. Which is good. I was thinking about it. I don't want to cut it down either because it's like the last real shade in the back side of the yard. Front side of the yard, I should say. Anyway, enough tree talk. Buttrium.com. It's the Buttrium.com. There's a Sergio.
Jimmy was asking what color
What's
photo.
happening, man?
I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but it's a real light, sort of very light brown, but closer to a white.
You say it almost looks gray from the photo.
Yeah, almost like a gray.
What is it, an off cover from them you want or something?
It just says mystery.
Yeah. In other words, they're off color. I'm getting a whole bunch of that, just so you guys know. Yeah, Exo Slides said yesterday they're going to send out some stuff for the Hodgepodge printer, and IC3D sent out a whole bunch of off rolls of filament, and I believe I'm getting a full roll of mystery color transition / thing, and I'm getting I think he said 2.5 or 3 kilo roll of cleaning filament, I guess he called it.
Oh yeah.
They just run it through and they're cleaning out the last color, and they were just cleaning out the extruder. So they're just it's natural, but it's got like, he showed me pictures of it. It's got like 2 or 3 inch spots of blues and grays in it. And it goes back to clear, and then there's a 2 or 3 inch spot of blue or gray, and then it goes back to the natural. It's not really clear; it's semi-clear.
I finally got that that thing mounted on my bear. Hold on, let me get this camera over so I can show you.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna spin off some rolls of that, and they sent it to me to raffle off and help. If I need any parts for the hodgepodge, which I know there's a couple. I'm going to need a screen for it. I got a board. I got most of the extrusions. I got to hit up LDO again. They said they're going to send me some pieces of extrusion.
I hope I'm not making anybody dizzy.
Yeah, they'll get over it.
There you go.
Pink to black. That actually sounds pretty cool, pink to black.
That was the one that Chris Rowley got working for me.
Okay.
With the Hyperpixel.
Oh, you got 2 screens on there. That's right. I remember. That's what we were working
the
on.
Octoprint.
The bezel.
Octo screen. Really nice. I got some new cables coming in for cable management. You're not going to be able to see any of the cables.
Cool.
So that's the last step on that, and then I got to work on that puppy over there.
Yeah, that looks like a junk collector right now.
Yeah, I got all the stuff over there.
Like a towel rack.
Arrow mounted. I got the board mounted underneath. All the wires are about run. I just got to finish, getting all the wires plugged into the board and start her up and then get her tuned in.
Cool.
German Martinez. FaceTime video.
Phone call.
Jared Martinez.
My grandson.
Hi, grandson.
Be right back. Oh, it's my daughter. Yes, daughter. What's that?
Here, Mike. Mute him. I muted him. He can have his conversation with his daughter. So anyway, yeah, that's cool. He's got some printers going and stuff. Dizzy, I'm still a bit buzzed. Yeah, there you go. Oh boy, I don't know. I feel hungover. I haven't drank like 2 days. I think I had a freaking rum and coke like 2 days ago, and yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel hungover. That's what I feel like this morning. Stayed up too late working on this thing.
I'm back.
Cool.
My daughter's asking me how to cook something. She wants to make for us tonight. It's one of my more popular dishes.
Bar? You were at a bar? Can't even go to a bar around here. They're all closed up. You do is order food from them and pick it up at the door. Can't even go in the building.
No, Jimmy, this one does not change color. This is solid one color all the way through. Interesting color.
You would have the lobster. I'd rather have crab legs than lobster. Crab legs are awesome.
What'd you say you needed to finish up? What are you working on again? That printer over there in the corner?
No, I'm working on that now. I'm starting a project, which is basically just unloading all my spare parts from building all these printers.
Uh-huh.
And come to find out, I've been collecting parts, put them in this box. I'm pretty close to have a full another printer I can get running off of scraps.
What do you need?
I'm not sure yet. That's what I'm I want to get this up and running, so I'm all done making sure it's running, and then go from there. I think I'm going to need a screen. I know I'm going to need a screen. I got a board.
I have a spare screen that went on my CR10S.
That'd be awesome.
I can send you that if you want it. Yeah.
Crapbot. There you go. I kind of like that better than Hodgepodge, John. Crapbot.
What else do you need? I got a bunch of spare stuff here. What else?
I don't know. I got to put it all. I got to start putting it together. I got to see what's getting donated too, because LDO's donating some motors supposedly, which I'm not even sure I'm going to need. I think I
have some NEMA 17s. So.
Yeah, they're going to send me some. They're brand new, but he has to consider them used. They were like prototypes that they never made for some company, like Prusa. They designed them for, but they weren't really what they wanted. So, from what he told me, they're brand new in a box, but they're all covered in dust because they've been sitting in his house. They're actually in California. He said they're in his California warehouse. Oh, that's cool.
My next project. You're probably trying to figure out what this does, right?
Sort of. There's going to be some extrusions, maybe. I'm not sure if you can get them out of China. Is that a powered freaking spool holder?
Yes. So what? There's a switch that's going to go on here, and as the filament comes out, and as the filament gets a little tense, it's going to activate and release, so that it's for the bear. Because I'm no longer putting the spool up on top, because putting the spool on top is a big mistake. Every time mainly when you have a full roll and it has to pull down, it introduces micro
wobble in the head.
Print. So
wobbles the head.
That. we'll see how it works.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Another thing, I mean, what most people do is just put tension on it, so it's always got tension on the head, so it doesn't wobble. It's always pulling.
Yeah, well, I noticed
Hard to do. When it's moving back and forth, it's going to release.
yeah, when I had the spool up on top, and every time that bed went back and forth, the spool would do
Yeah,
this.
I will never put a spool on
Yep.
a printer.
Never
It's gotta
again.
be on the desk next to it.
Yeah.
I've seen too many wobbly, especially everyone puts them on top of these big, massive, i3 frame printers, and then wonder why they're getting like banding and stuff. And all you got to do is watch the freaking spool wobbling back and forth.
Exactly.
And the whole printer's like, I mean, this is not. I mean, this is pretty strong, but there's definitely flex there. And you start throwing a couple pounds around up there, you're gonna get micro wobbles in it.
Yeah, well, and even on the Bear, even though it's a rigid frame,
It's still the same thing.
It affects the extruder because when it's pulling filament down,
Yep.
it's causing all these causing that X carriage to flex. So, yeah, definitely no more up on top. I took it off. As a matter of fact, I put a reverse motor on here so that. I probably can't see because of the light coming in through that window. Oh, well, can't stretch that. So.
I like that, the crap bot or the scrap bot. I kind of like that better than the hodgepodge printer. I might have to rename it the scrap bot.
The scrap bot.
It's all the scraps, man. That's why everyone was like LDO, both LDO and exoslides are like, oh, we got all this, brand new. I said, I don't want brand new. I want working junk. Don't want anything to match. I was hoping LDO and I might get some. He was talking about they had some extrusions when they're testing the anodizing colors. They like dip ends in different colors and just take scrap pieces of extrusion. Something that's damaged or got a little nick in it that they can't sell. They'll cut it out of the length, and they'll dip and test. I'm like, you got any of those where I could, if there's like a knock in the V groove, I don't care about the V groove because I'm going to be using exo slides. But something like that, I can use that, and I'd love to see it like blue on one side and orange on the other kind of thing. That would be freaking perfect for this thing. He's like, oh, I get it. You want all the junk. And I'm like, yeah. I want working junk.
Working junk. Yeah, one way of putting it.
Scrapbot is good. I kind of like
get it all together. I got to clean up this mess I got here. I got stuff all over the place here. Start getting all these screws and stuff so I can get that get to work on that CR10S.
I kind of like that, John. I think we're gonna have to name it the Scrap Bot. I kind of like the hodgepodge too, but I like the Scrap Bot better.
I will send out that screen to you today. Either today or Monday, you should have it. I mean, I'll send it out. You're not going to have it in a day, that's for sure. Matter of fact, the mail has gotten real slow.
Yeah, well, they have to.
I sent Chris Rowley out last Sunday. I sent them out something, and he was supposed to get it in 2 days. So he was supposed to have gotten it Tuesday. He didn't get it till Thursday.
Yeah. Amazon is telling you outright it's 5 days minimum now, unless it's a priority, health.
Oh, yeah. I just ordered something this morning, some cables from Amazon, and it won't get here till Thursday.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, like all my stuff that I got Thursday and yesterday, were supposed to come today. They outright said there is no Prime 2 day, 5 days out, blah, blah, blah. But then it shipped early anyways. I mean, I got them both Thursday and Friday. And they were supposed to, all the stuff that I got for this, the boards, the clips, all that crap was supposed to come today. It was, their original estimate. So I guess they're doing, they're filling out the priority stuff, the health care crap first, and whatever time they have left in their day, that's when they start doing the regular order. So you actually may get it sooner than they're predicting.
Well, did you see California they're doing a mandatory stay at home?
Yeah, we are too.
You too?
Yeah, we're doing the same thing. It's not mandatory, but it's semi-mandatory. They don't want.
They're doing it
As of Monday, if you're not considered essential, they want you to stay home. We're shutting down completely. We are mandatory as of Monday. Right now, we're by request.
Yeah, well,
Grocery
some
stores,
5-year-old girl here got sick.
gas stations, they're all allowed to stay open, but that's it. Restaurants can only do takeout. Bars can only do takeout.
Yes. Here,
I feel like have you seen the distillery that stopped making booze and started making basically rubbing alcohol? And
really?
They're making hand sanitizer.
Wow. Hey.
I mean, same process to make rubbing alcohol, I guess. I mean, they're not making rubbing alcohol; they're making alcohol that's 95% pure and making hand sanitizer out of it.
No, I didn't hear about that. But I guess
bourbon hand sanitizer or whiskey hand sanitizer, something freaking like that. I don't remember. I just briefly saw it on the news yesterday or this morning.
Yeah, I've been staying away from the news. It's too
depressing. Yeah, I have to. I got to go down and
get on my. We have a radio station here, WTOP, and I get their alerts. So whatever alerts that come up, so I read those. That's about it.
Yeah, I've been trying not to watch the news.
It's ridiculous.
I haven't really been watching the weather even because I just don't want. It's all it is coronavirus. And it's like, okay, we've heard it. I understand. It's obviously it's a major part of everybody's life right now, but we know you're just telling us the same crap over and over and over and over and over. It's like, just stop. We know it. Put a little banner on the bottom with all the coronavirus crap. Go back to regular news. But of course they can't because they have to do what they got to do. But I did watch. I don't know. I think it was CBS this morning. And not only are they not in their studio, but you know how they normally have a desk with like the 3 or 4 little people all huddled together.
Uh-huh.
Get them in a camera shot. They got it way back, and they're all 10 feet apart on this huge desk. It's like the camera's kind of scanned between all of them.
Jimmy brings up a good point. Gas pump handles. Everybody touching those things. I didn't put much thought to that. I guess
gas pump handles, credit card machines, your actual credit card.
Yeah.
You swipe your credit card. Think about it. Somebody touches their credit card and sticks it in that machine and it pulls it out. And then you go around and you stick your card in that machine and pull it out. And a virus, the doctor told me last night, because I don't know if you guys know, but they suspect my father has coronavirus and took him to the hospital yesterday.
Ouch. How's he doing?
I don't know. They won't tell us anything. They put him in quarantine. They put him in a bubble last night.
Oh, no.
He's got pneumonia is what he's got. But he's also showing signs of coronavirus. And the doctor's like, he's got pneumonia, so it's hard to tell. They kind of have the same symptoms.
Well, they'll do the blood test.
You got to put him in the bubble anyways, because even if he doesn't have coronavirus, he's really, really susceptible to it right now. And if he does have it, we need to quarantine him anyway. So they quarantine him and put him in a freaking one of them plastic tank rooms, which is not making him happy.
Yeah, that's...
Well, he's got major dementia, so waking up in that, he don't know where he is, what he's doing. He does that here when I had him here freaking 6 months ago before I put him in a home. He'd wake up and be like, where the hell am I? Take me home. I'm like, Dad, you are home. No, it's not. This is not my home. Blah, blah, blah. I got to go to school tomorrow. I'm like, Dad, you're 85 years old. You're not going to school tomorrow. He keeps having flashbacks to when he was a kid.
Wow.
So having him wake up in a bubble plastic room is just really not going to be good.
I hear you.
But there's nothing I can do about it. They won't let me in there.
They won't let you in. And they won't give you any information either.
It is just a flu, but for someone that's, 85 years old and has pneumonia, it's not just a flu. It's deadly.
Yeah, can be.
And there's guys, they're talking even younger now. because we've had a couple here in the state now die that were in their 40s.
Yeah, we just had a 50-year-old in D.C. pass away yesterday from the coronavirus. But I don't know if he had any underlying health issues. But he didn't say. So, who knows? Things are
what it is.
now.
At this point, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it coming when China did it. I mean, I knew it was going to come around. I didn't expect it to be quite this bad. It's kind of, under the impression where China was locking it down so heavy that they control the outbreak in the rest of the world. But
I don't know, man.
I mean, it is just a flu, too. People don't get it. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people dying. It's a way higher death rate than a normal flu. But the regular everyday flu has a pretty freaking high death rate.
Yes.
And people just, oh, well, it's the flu. It's like, yeah, but the flu kills.
It can. I knew
an everyday person like you and me that, I'm less susceptible. You're probably less susceptible because we're physical people and we're out in it, and I'm sure doing HVAC, you're always dealing with molds and, sticky pipes and stuff. And even though that can harm you when you get your small dose of it, like we do working in construction, and, I rip out a mold and I got mouse shit and mold and crap in the wall. You get little doses of it, and that's basically your antivirus. Your body says, okay, blah, 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 this is that. It's bad for me. Kill it off. So we're actually probably stronger antibodied than the average person.
Yeah, because we get subjected to it more, especially mold. I see mold all the time.
Yeah. The vaccines are usually the actual virus just dead.
Yeah.
They inject it into your body, and your body says, oh, this is a bad virus, even though it's dead already. I need to build this antibody to kill it. And that's what your body does. Where we're already, our antibodies and our immune system are a little higher than the average person when you do construction in general.
Yeah, but I also have to be careful. I'm approaching 70, so,
Are you that old? You don't look that old.
Yeah.
You're that much older than I was.
68. So, you start getting the
other tired.
It's like,
Oh, I don't know. This getting out of work, boy. This last year of not working, take care of my parents. I feel worse than I ever did busting my ass working.
Yeah, Mr. Buttram is right. We don't have, as a matter of fact,
your body builds them faster when you do it. What's up, Joe?
They don't even have a
that's exactly right, Robert.
vaccine yet. So
no. And it doesn't work with antibiotics and all that because it's a virus. It's not a.
There are two companies right now in the race for a vaccine.
Yeah.
My nephew went and bought stock in both of them.
That's probably good.
He said one of them is going to get it. So
yeah.
I don't know if that's a smart move or not, but
the problem is you put it in both, and one of them is going to get it and the other isn't. So you're going to lose on one and gain on the other. So your gain has to be more than twice your output to make it worth it. But everyone's selling their stock and stuff. Now's the time to start buying.
Oh my God! Yeah,
you have money you can sit on.
Have you seen where the market is?
Yeah, that's just it. It's so bottomed out. It's probably going to get a little worse over the next month or so, but we're going to come out of this. I mean, China's already cleaning up. They've only had it for a month and a half. So you figure 6 to 8 weeks out, we're going to start climbing, and it's going to go up fast. When the economy recovers, it's going to recover quick.
Yeah, well, like my daughter's 401k, she says right now I forgot what the amount she says, but it's ridiculous how much her 401k went down.
Yeah, but if you buy into stock now while it's low, when it does go back up, the thing about it is you got to find stuff that are going to recover. I mean, you don't want to invest in something that ends up just closing its doors because of all of this. Whatever. I mean, it's gonna suck and it's gonna be a while, but eventually it's gonna bounce back. That'll be about a month and a half. I figure we'll be end of April. We'll be starting to work.
I hope sooner than later because it's already affecting my my service calls and stuff. I mean, it's right now. I only have one job planned for for Monday, and I might have to cancel that for Tuesday because it's supposed to rain here Monday.
Yeah.
So I can't. I can't bring out my equipment on a rainy day. To work outside. That is.
You can.
Well, yeah, but I got to put plastic over it and everything else.
Oh, I know.
It's not worth it.
I did work for this guy for a while that he used to be like, you guys can go work in the rain as long as it's not like, unsafe dumping. You can go out there and work in the rain. I said, BS. He's like, what do you mean? I said, are you going to buy all new cordless saws and batteries? And if I work out in the rain, all that crap gets destroyed. It halves its lifespan. It's like, oh, whatever. Stop your whining. It's like, you pay for it. I'll go do it. I don't mind working in the rain, as long as it's warm out. I'm not going to do it in the middle of the winter. But, middle of summer, I got no problems working in a light rain or a mist. It actually feels good when it's hot out. But I'm not just
when it's hot out.
I've got $5,000 or $6,000 worth of tools that sit outside when I'm working outside. That crap ain't killing out in the rain.
Yeah. No, my equipment is a lot of it is very, very, very expensive.
Yeah, well, you're in a specialized thing there. So, some of my stuff I've got. My chop box used to be worth thousands of dollars. It's worth about $100 now because it's 15 years old. But
well,
I had some pretty nice tools back in the day. It's all getting old now.
Only rain when it's cold. Where are you on, Robert V-Line?
He's out on the West Coast somewhere.
West Coast?
Not sure where, but somewhere out there. Yeah, it's flat. They're going to drag it out. That's what this whole quarantine does. It's not going to really stop the spread. It's just going to slow it. So, the medical professionals can handle the influx.
Well, things have got to go. Well, I don't know if they're going to get worse before they get any better, but the way it looks right now.
Oh, it's going to get worse now.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to get worse first, and then
we got about, I don't know, guessing 3 weeks to a month of it gradually getting worse, and then it'll, we'll be over the hump in a month or so. I'm just guessing, but I'm kind of going by what China did. Just think about it. China got it basically at the end of January, beginning of February, and they're already basically clear of it. Their new cases are almost down to zero. Right.
Yeah, so they also boarded in people in their homes and stuff. They went through an extreme.
Yes.
Well, I guess they had to.
Right. Italy's already worse.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Think about it. They've got about a quarter of the population of China, and yet they've had more deaths. But they're also a tighter country. China has some big cities, but China in the general population is spread out pretty wide. Although I guess it is just the one province that really, really got hit. But anyways, from everything I've seen and what it looks like we have about a month of this. It's going to get worse for the next month. It's going to get, basically we're going to get to the point where they're going to start locking people's doors and making it so you can't live at all. And then it'll clean up and start going.
The grocery stores here have been insane. Costco had my sister-in-law went to Costco yesterday. She said she stood in line for an hour and a half just to get into the store.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't even bother. I just wouldn't bother. You know what I've discovered? I've been going to like the Dollar Generals and the local little gas station / mini mart has toilet paper right now. a lot. And they'll politely, if you go in there, I didn't get any because I got plenty. But if you go in there, a guy was grabbing like 6 of them, and they said, "We're not going to make you, but we'd appreciate it if you'd only take 1 or 2, so other people can have it."
Yeah, well, that's what they would do.
And, there were 6 or 8 of us staring at him, so we actually put a couple back. But
well, I'm not one of those panickers. I didn't go out and panic and start buying stuff, but then I had to because everybody else is grabbing everything. But to the store, I can't find anything.
Yeah, but the thing is there's these people that'll go in there and do the oh my god, and they'll buy 20 packs. I went in and I bought an extra one. I went to Costco and I got paper towel. I bought normally I'd buy like the medium size, like 12 roll thing of paper towel. I bought the 36 pack, but I only got 1 of them. That's all I need. That will last me 2 months.
Yeah, well, we got a house here of in this house we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people all together. So,
so
we need a little more.
Buy it in bulk already. So, I do. I buy toilet paper from Amazon, and I buy the 36 pack just because it's ridiculously cheaper.
Oh, you know something? I didn't even think of that. Should have gone on Amazon and see if they had it in stock.
Nope. April 15th.
Oh, well, that's the move.
Paper goods is shut down till April 15th from Amazon.
Oh, you don't have to file your taxes now till June 15th.
Yeah.
They delayed that.
I didn't make any money last year, so I don't have to file any taxes because I literally did not work last year.
I have not seen money back in I don't know how many years.
I got a bunch of people saying I should file because I'll get a bunch of money for, living aid, wage, whatever they call it, helping the poor thing. And I'm like, you know what? I have no money of my own, but
they're also talking about didn't they say something about giving every taxpayer like an extra $1,000 or something?
Yeah, now they're talking like $1,200 or $1,400.
Yeah. Well, that's you guys. I usually pay. I don't get.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Small businesses will get them too. You'll actually get a bigger chunk if you have employees and stuff.
I don't. Well, yeah, I'm mostly a one-man show. I mean, I hire people as needed, but
you hire a couple of day or a week subs for installs.
Yeah, I use a lot of subs.
The
Yeah,
only time I saw big companies come in is when I was out on Long Island running a huge, let's see, what did I build out in Long Island? I built 65 houses in one section, 280 in another, and a golf course with 45 apartment buildings around it. Back then, we had crews of HVAC coming in. Otherwise, it's just, 1 or 2 guys coming in.
Yeah, I just finished 2 big jobs, and I went to look at one yesterday, and it was potentially a big job, but I told the lady not to waste her money. So we're scaling it down quite a bit to fix some of the issues that she has. Yeah. But she wanted to take some brand new systems, remove it, and add from the existing system, which was big enough to take care of it. But the ductwork and everything else, the new section was just recently done, so it didn't make sense for her to take out all these mini splits and have ductwork redone. I just couldn't see it. So, she agreed.
I want to put in mini splits, but
I talk myself out of work sometimes, but you got to be honest with the customer. You got to, hey, look, this is the way you should go.
Yeah. No, that's actually a good thing because I can't tell you, I do the same thing. People are like, oh, I need to build this or that. And it's like, no, you don't. You need to support this and redo that, and the structure's fine here, but we got to do it all, or else it's no. You just fix what fix it right, but just fix it.
Yeah.
Don't reinvent the wheel. And I can't tell you how many other jobs I've gotten because that person goes, "Hey, this guy isn't out to rob you for $1 million," kind of thing. You know, when they talk to a friend and a friend goes, hey, you know, I need to, you know, put an addition on my house. They're like, oh, this guy won't rob you.
Yeah, I do zero advertising. All my customers and all my work come to me word of mouth.
That's the way
I've been in business for on my own for 20 years now, going on 20 years, and I do zero advertisement.
Yeah.
You know?
Actually, most of my work, I started contracting myself out to other people. That's how I got my big job out on Long Island, is because I had contractors that just would automatically call me when they, you know, got a big job and they needed extra hands. They knew I could go in and I could run a small crew of 3 or 4 guys. My neighbor used to do it all the time. When I was running Long Island, this is funny. I was running the Long Island site with like 200-300 guys. I come home on the weekends to check on my parents, and my neighbor who bought my property back here. Families have known each other for 3 or 4 generations. He was setting modulars and stuff, but every once in a while, when they got slow, he'd do like a remodel job just because he could. Well, he got this one that was all this fancy, like angled roofs and dormers, and you know, having to do all the pitches and all that. And he's like, calls me up and is like, dude, can you help me on the weekends at least? I'm like, why? What's the matter? He goes, get this big complicated roof, and I know my guys can't handle it. They can't figure out all those angles. Me and you could go up there in a couple of days, and you know, so I'd come and prep it with him, and then Monday through Friday, his guys would go in and like, you know, finish it off once all the angles were figured out. But me and him would go in Saturday and Sunday and figure out all the angles, set the first couple rafters. It was funny because he did not trust any of his guys to do any of that fancy, you know, hip and pitch roof type stuff.
I work with some pretty good contractors here. I've got a couple of them, and I've got a real estate company that just give me a lot of work.
Yeah,
good.
I have an issue with real estate companies because I got one that used to give me a lot of work, but they wanted everything quick and hacked, and it was all about, we used to call it frosting the cake. They didn't care about the actual cake. If the cake underneath fell, just fill it with frosting. I was like, you know what? I can't good conscience do that.
Yeah, Jimmy, $30,000. Wow, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Raccoons ate the ductwork, huh?
Yeah, raccoons don't eat ductwork. They live in the ductwork. They don't eat it.
Not fiberglass. Most of that stuff is usually fiberglass if you got the flexible stuff. But here, that's actually they've been a lot of the newer homes. If the systems that are up in the attic, they've been putting a lot of flex duct, but the ones in you know, most of the duct systems here are metal. It's all metal.
Everything around here is tin.
I'll be right back. The wife is
begging
for something.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick out anyways. I'm gonna kick out in a minute because it's been an hour. I'm only gonna do this for an hour in the days, in the mornings when I'm not actually working on anything, and I'm just not in the mood to actually work on anything. I'm just kind of sluggish today. So yeah, I'm actually gonna kill it in a minute here. So thanks for stopping in, everybody. Have a great Saturday. Looks like the sun's coming out. Look, the sun.
Yeah, sun's out here. So we're good.
It's not really here. It's brightening up. It's windy as hell. Trees are whipping around out there. It is getting warmer. It's 47 out. It was what, 41 or 42 when I started streaming an hour ago. Anyway, 10 o'clock in the morning now, so I'm going to kill it, I think. Yeah.
All right, guys, everybody, take care. See you, Tom.
Have a wonderful Saturday. I'm sure somebody will be streaming later on today, and we can all hang out there. But for now, I'm going to kill it. Thanks for hanging out. Tomorrow we'll do it again, maybe. Hopefully. Coffee day. See yous.